We're live. My people are waiting. A little bit of a crazy day. If you saw my bet, we cashed out early. We really haven't bet since. Tonight scared me. A lot of the odds. A lot of shenanigans. I'll get to it here in a second once I get my thing back up. Got any viewers?
Doesn't matter if I'm fighting on the first fight of the night, the co-main event, the main event, in the parking lot.
Yeah, I had Guskov over Pauga, like third fight of the night. Happened quick. Guskov got wrecked his debut, so it was short notice. And then tonight he showed his power and put him out, and now we're 2-0. So I don't know if y'all are gonna start listening or not, but the UFC does strange things with matchmaking, and the odds can tell you a lot too. But let's look at tonight's fights. To be honest, that was the only. He was pretty solid, but it was one of those matchups where he was going to be challenged with his toughness. Fighting what's that guy's name? Forget his name now. It's not Devin Clark. But, he put a good fight, like I figured he would. And he was tagging him in the first round, but got caught one time. Typical. This was my original bet of the week. And I was going to bet Feely. I was going to tell all y'all to bet Feely, but Dan Ige has never been knocked out, so that should scare the shit out of you. Ihor Peteria won this decision. Whew. Damn, I'm glad I didn't bet that. The other guy was a hot prospect. RoboCop, that guy's a fucking animal. They need to test that guy. He's fucking juicing hard. There has to be. There's no way. I mean, I like to see his diet. I mean, he is jacked, and he's old as hell. It doesn't make sense. Michael Johnson, Snooze Fester, Vieira with the arm triangle. Trevin Giles is my name I was talking about earlier. Boring. Another boring, easy fight. Split. And then mine was pretty much a first-round knockout. I mean, then that's what you want when you place a bet. It's 2 weeks in a row. 2 first-round knockouts, boys. Dude, there's 2 fights left for you rookies out there. You got 2 UFC veterans here. They're probably going to fucking swing at it. I'd say this is going to get a decision. I'm not betting it. But Feely is feeling himself, I'll tell you that. And Dan Ige, I still know. I'd bet decision here. I'm not betting, though, because I fucking learned my lesson last week. And then the fucking last fight, Pfeiffer Hermanson, that should scare the shit out of you as a bettor. And I'll tell you why. Joe Pfeiffer is fucking like Dana White's like little brother. Like Dana fucking loves Joe Pfeiffer. He's giving him his fucking car and shit. So I don't see him like giving him a tough fight. Jack Hermanson hasn't fought in over a year, but it was a injury thing. But he's a weird fucking fighter, man. He fucking comes in. He doesn't ever fight normal. Like, so Pfeiffer's got all that power, but if you can't land on a fucking ninja, it's going to be difficult. And I think if the fight goes beyond the second round, I think Hermansson's going to win it, unfortunately. I'm a big Joe Pfeiffer fan. Sean Brady camp. I like that camp. But the odds are dangerous tonight. Let me just tell you. I'm looking at it right now. 86% of the bettors, the percentage of bets placed are on Pfeiffer. It was more than that. It was like 92% earlier in this week. But it's only a plus 200. That's fucking crazy. Like, that tells me that there's heavy money on Hermansson here. They're not trusting Pfeiffer's, experience, I think. I think you're going to have a lot of heavy money on Hermansson. And I'd go over on the 2.5. I think that's easy money. Just because I think Hermansson's going to fucking dodge Pfeiffer. If Pfeiffer's going to win, it's going to be it's going to be a decision. He's going to prove people wrong. But Hermansson's a fucking weirdo. Well, we got 5 watchers. Wow. Yeah, sorry I missed my live stream earlier, viewers. It's my son's birthday party. Wild West theme. But we tuned in. He's a big UFC guy. So who's putting a bet in here? Who's in the chat? What you guys doing here? All right, Feely's sitting at plus 150. He's kind of been sitting there all week. Who's going to do it? I wouldn't. I would take Danny Gay. Fuck. Nope. Don't bet it. Don't bet this fight. And bet Hermansson. Last week's fight was exciting. We had, cup touching. But it was once again a first-round knockout. Next week, I got my eyes on a few fights. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'm going to probably be traveling. I hate to say it. I love Volk. But Ian Taporia is going to win. And he's going to be around for a while. The dude's a savage. So I've already put a pretty hefty bet on that. I got him plus money too. It's been shifting like crazy. I mean, this fucker's been filming a documentary. He's got champion in his bio. More like Dan Ige. Nice one. Did anybody see Sean Strickland last night? You guys got to follow him on Instagram and X. He literally almost got in a fight with Machine Gun Kelly. He called him a weirdo. Basically, he was like crazy. Then he threatened to take Jake Paul in the desert and kill him. Fought another streamer, knocked him out. And what was the other thing he did? Fuck, I forget. He's crazy, man. That guy's my hero. Volk has lost interest. Yeah, what he said, he was drinking a few weeks before the fight. I mean, yeah, me too. I think Volk's prime is over. Like I said, I like Volk. Volk really is the best featherweight of all time, but he's about to run into a fucking savage next Saturday. A savage that's Pretty fucking confident. Yeah. What I say here, decision. Here we got two guys that are just going to be fucking careful. Oh, yeah, dude. Corey, the UFC 300 announcements coming in a commercial, 100%. They've been working on that shit for a while. They're going to fucking announce McGregor fight like during a fucking Bud Light commercial. I'd put $50 on it. Oh, shit. Damn. They call him Dan 50K E-Gay. That's why I don't bet these fights. And he's still down. Ugh. I'm actually really glad that happened, though, because that was about to be a boring fight. I think I was just saying it was going to be a boring fight, and then he fucking lands a right hand there. Yep. In a fight like that, I mean, Dan Ige has never been knocked out. And you think that Feely guy's going to knock him out? Hell no. So you don't bet that. Feely's down, Rob. I hope you didn't take Feely. God. Good thing he's got some cool tattoos. Who's betting on Ian Gary next weekend? We got any cucks out here? I'll bet on Ian Gary. Fuck it. I don't like him. So, I mean, if he wins, you win money. If he loses, you're happy. I mean, but I don't think he loses next weekend. Jeff Neal, I think it's minus 240. I think that's easy money. You know, put 2,400 on it to win 1,000. And if you don't bet Chiefs tomorrow, Taylor Swift is going to be on that damn field after the game. So keep that in mind. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Bud Light. Oh, man. He needed that win so bad. Tafa and Dern. Dern's got a new boyfriend. That's not good. It's bad news for all of the fresh white belts out there.
I just want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I want to give thanks to my wife. She's probably in labor right now as we speak, so I had to make that one quick.
Oh, damn. You know the baby is always the winner. Any sport. If a guy's having a baby, he's winning. Damn, if you'd have known that, you'd have bet on Ige. Fuck. You don't go out there and get knocked out before you get a baby.
This is different. It's different. Let's take a look at that because that over ain't right. In practice, you might pull it. You didn't pull this one. You let it fly and you put him out. Did you know that was a strike that you could land on? Oh, of course. He's a bigger, taller guy. I knew if I get inside, my right hand could come over the top. Even in sparring, dude, I'm always sparring that handicap. I'll get beat up by amateurs, but I didn't want to lay that extra punch into him either. But, I just had to put a stamp on it. You just said that your wife was pregnant again. The last time your wife was off to have a baby, she on that this type of knockout. Should you just have a whole bunch of children every time you're about to fight? I think we got the recipe. I'm gonna go home.
Stop the steal.
Fight again. Well, you might get $50,000 for what a phenomenal performance, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Dan Ige. Well, shout out to his wife.
Deep State's listening to this YouTube right now, dude. They've been eyeing this fucking channel for a while. I mean, you got Kamala Harris, born in Barbados, Big Mike. I mean, you hear all kinds of stuff out there on the internet. What can you believe? Anything's possible nowadays. We've seen that. There's one thing for certain in this world, and Sean Strickland is it. God's my hero. And the thing is he might be a bigger star than McGregor. People don't realize it, but he might be. Oh, man, I hate to say it, but I've been calling it for a while. I mean, they're putting Joe Biden in a body bag within a month or two. They're not letting that fucker step foot into that election. I hate to say it, but the guys pulling the strings aren't going to allow that. Is Charlotte a sanctuary city? Denver is. It's doing great. Denver might be LA in a few years. It's scary. Oh, definitely Trump. I think he posted a anti-border thing today on Facebook or something. It's just a direct share. Nothing needed to be said. Next week, Taporia. Don't touch the Whitaker fight. It's scary. I'll take in Gary. I'll take Marab. And I'm taking Kopylov. I already have that bet down. I have a Kopylov plus 150 and Ilya Taporia plus 112. So, if Joe Pfeiffer wins this, he's going to be at the blackjack table with Dana White tonight. That's 100%. Keep that in mind when you're betting. Just another strategy is always bet the prelims. Never rely on this last fight to win you money. I've never won money on the last fight. I think I've lost every last fight ever in my whole entire career. I think you're always going to lose it, no matter what it is. If you like Pfeiffer, it's Hermanson. If you like Hermanson, it's Pfeiffer. So win your money early. That's why we tune in early. Today was too early. Sorry. Oh, God.
Customize and save with Liberty Pay. Liberty Boucher. Liberty. Mark down what that was nice. I think this one's somewhere. Oh, really? Thank you. So we'll just we'll go back.
Once again, this is not my normal format. My normal format will be a fight that we will pick weekly. As you can see in the title, this was the Pauga Guskov fight. But my ass couldn't get onto the screen in time. But we would have had a good time. We'd have won money. I hope you all put it in. You keep riding. I don't just pick this shit out of my hat. I fucking do fucking mad research all week. Most people don't know that Pauga trains at Elevation. He trains out in Denver. Very aware of that gym. Like, he's a tough dude, but he doesn't really have a lot of skill. And he's had a rough road in UFC. He fills in real quick. He's a fucking guy that's always going to fucking fill in, fight anybody. But there's a certain point in the UFC that skill is involved. And there's a reason why they threw in Guskov against Volcano Zamir, his last fight, on fucking Fight Night France card. Like, his first UFC debut. So tonight, coming to the Apex, it was pretty much a warm-up to me. That's why I bet it. I love betting UFC debuters against a guy who's an unskilled journeyman. I love those prove me fights. UFC sets you up, man. You got to be careful. Yep, Ryan Clark. Eric. Eric knows about it. Once again, why is that motherfucker talking about UFC? He should prove it. Maybe he should fight Sean Strickland or Jake Paul or maybe the newest YouTuber. Have some of y'all seen Jake Paul when he started YouTube? He looks like he was in 8th grade. And he may have been, but his baseline is like pussy. Like, Jake Paul is like baseline pussy. Like, if I was rich for that long, I mean, Jake Paul wouldn't even have a chance. I'd fight Jake Paul too. I'd probably fight Ryan Clark and Jake Paul at the same time. This fighter guy's had a rough life. Orphan, homeless. No one cares about him. Strickland versus all the streamers for sure. If you can see Strickland's girlfriend in that video of her facial reaction to that encounter, like, that is awesome. Like, her face is awesome. She probably lives a wild ride. That she should be more outspoken. I think she could have a fucking serious following. She could be probably bigger than Taylor Swift if Sean Strickland's girlfriend spoke up.
You have something that you want so bad, and you get an opportunity to get it, and then you fail. It's the worst feeling in the world. I want to show that stepping up into top 10 is not an easy task. It's not ready for me. I'm one of the top fighters in the middleweight division.
This is about to be an ugly fight. Over 2.5 for your legally state gamblers. The United States of America has different laws for each state. We are not united. We have North Carolina, who can't bet a dime. Colorado, who can bet. So, is that the United States?
My dream is to be a UFC champion. There's nothing else that I want more than that. A victory against your partner means I can defend
We should just have the fight companion with the room. Be easier. So our equipment gets increased. Fun fact for the casuals, Joe Pfeiffer has the UFC Performance Institute punch record. It like measures your punch power, and he beat Francis Ngannou's power, which is wild. Being a middleweight. Nuck if you buck. Let's go. He's ready to go, dude. I'm telling you, if this isn't round one Pfeiffer, it's going to be Hermanson. Eesh. He's coming out too hype. Bud Light everywhere. It's going to be a Bud Light weekend. Bud Light's about to have a big day tomorrow. Well, I'm probably going to have to get off here soon. Tensions are high. But our money's safe tonight. We don't have any money outstanding. Take the over here. You should always take an over in a 5-round main event. I think I don't know the statistics on it, but I get fucked every time. But that's the only bet. I don't care how badass they are. Always bet the decision. But when Pfeiffer flatlines this guy in 30 seconds, don't be surprised. And don't be surprised if Hermanson ragdolls him for 5 rounds either. I appreciate you all for joining the chat today. Sorry for the delay. Next week's a big card. We got Topuria Kopylov. Kopylov's a big dog, so we'll root for him hard. But enjoy this fight. I'm cashing out. See you guys on the flippy flip.